Today's story is about a pregnant woman who gets separated from her husband and gets stuck inside a container in the middle of the ocean. The container is continuously filling with water, and there is no hope of help from outside. Life is giving up on her from every side, and in this condition, she gives birth to a little baby girl. But how will a mother survive with a little baby girl in the middle of the ocean without food and water? We will see this in today's entire story. Hello, Gentle Explainer here. Today I am going to gently explain a thriller drama movie called Nowhere. The story begins with a radio message where it is being announced that terrible famine has spread in Spain. Essential items have started to run out, and the situation is so bad that the government has now started strictly controlling the common people. People who are not self-dependent like old people, children and pregnant women are either being imprisoned or killed. There is an atmosphere of pressure all around, and people are trying to escape in any way possible. Many people are fleeing to other countries illegally through cargo ships. Meanwhile, we see a couple named Mian and Nico, who, like everyone else, want to escape from this hell. Mian is pregnant and is in her last months. Then they meet people who take people out of the country through cargo ships. But seeing Mian's condition, they ask for more money, and in the end, when they are left with nothing, they even take away their wedding rings. Then, after reassuring them, both of them are made to sit in a cargo container named Nowhere, where many pregnant women and their families were already present. This container will first go to the port by a truck. Then from there, it will be transported to another country by ship. Mian was very scared, but Nico explains to her that I will not let anything happen to you and our child. If it is a daughter, we will name her Uma. Uma was the name of their elder daughter who was killed just because she went out to play. Meanwhile, Mian finds a chocolate in the bag. Nico softly replies that when we reach a safe place, we will celebrate with this, after which both of them get tired and sleep there. As soon as it is morning, the door of the container opens, and there is a rush. People start climbing in a hurry out of fear, and meanwhile, Mian and Nico get separated from each other. Then the manager of that group gives a false fire and tells that there are many people with us. Therefore, all those who have just climbed will have to go to a separate container. But no one was listening, so out of helplessness, he starts getting people out forcibly through his men. Nico tries to explain to them, but she is also let out, and Mian stays behind. Now, separated from her husband, she looks through a hole in panic. Where Nico is being put in container number 107 with the rest of the people, she immediately calls him. Then Nico tries to calm her down by saying that I am fine. All the containers will go by the same ship, so I will meet you at the next port, and warns her not to trust anyone and take care of herself. After this, their truck leaves for the ship, and then Mian looks outside that people are protesting against the government. But it was of no use because the police and army were beating everyone very brutally and were also taking some people captive, and all this was being done by the government. Mian was very scared to see all this, but here it was becoming difficult to save even her own life. Now, after some time, their container stops at a place, then everyone hides in the secret part of the container. Mian looks out from a hole, and there the police officer was searching the containers. They had received information that people were running away from the country by hiding in the containers. That is why all the containers were being checked. But after opening the door of the container, no one is seen inside because everyone had hidden in the secret part. But the main officer was very clever. He had understood that there is a secret part in the container as well. He goes inside and shouts that, if you come out on your own, well then your life will be saved. Otherwise, everyone will be killed inside. Hearing this, everyone inside gets scared that, what will they do now? Meanwhile, Mian hides on top of a wooden box kept there. Then a girl opens the door out of fear, and then the officer gives orders to his men, and by firing, all the people are killed. Within a few moments, the container is filled with piles of corpses, and Mian is trembling with fear seeing all this from above. But somehow, she manages to control herself. After this, the officer gives the order to take out all the corpses and sends the container after getting it loaded on the ship. Mian is watching all this from the hole, and now she is the only one left in the container. She tries to call her husband, but the call does not connect. Then her eyes fall on a bag in which food items and some other things are kept. She puts a drill machine, phone, and knife in the bag and keeps it with her. Then she goes and sits in a corner and does not know when she falls asleep. But suddenly, in the middle of the night, the container starts shaking violently, and Mian wakes up. She gets scared and looks outside and sees that there is a very strong storm in the sea. She tries to escape somehow and shouts, "Save me!" But it is of no use. Then suddenly the ship hits a strong wave and many containers fall into the sea, due to which Mian gets a head injury and she becomes unconscious. Next morning, when she opens her eyes, a lot of water had filled inside the container. When she looks outside, she can see only water all around and some containers are sinking. That means her container is floating in the middle of the sea and she's completely trapped. She panics and takes out her phone so that she can talk to Nico. But the phone had broken down and stopped working. Then she takes out another phone from the bag and checks it. There is no network in it. Also, the container was slowly filling with water, due to which it can sink in a short time. Looking around, she sees 2 holes at the bottom of the container, through which water was coming in. She starts looking for things here and there to close these holes. But in some boxes kept here, there was expensive liquor, and in some, there were many other things of need. She collects things according to her need. Then she finds a tape. She tries to close the holes with it, so the water coming in is reduced a bit. But then, she hears the sound of some people shouting. She looks out in panic and sees that a container is sinking on which 107 was written. She understands that this was Nico's container, due to which she starts shouting, but she is unable to do anything. She quickly removes the SIM from her phone and puts it in another phone so that she can talk to Nico. But by then, Nico's container is completely submerged in water, and she just keeps watching while crying. But it was impossible for her to do anything. Now she was completely broken after losing her husband, and with this broken hope, she also gives up on life. Tired, she tries to kill herself, but then she feels the movement of the child in her stomach, due to which she throws the knife. Then taking a deep breath, she thinks that she has to live for her child. Thinking this, she sleeps there. Then she has a dream that the container is filled with too much water and she is drowning. Seeing this, she wakes up in fear and sees that the water was coming in fast. Then she opens the rest of the boxes and checks which had a lot of stuff and empty plastic boxes. Then she closes the holes by cutting a rubber rope found there, and by making a jugad with a pipe, she takes out as much water as she can. Then she pushes all the big boxes to one side so that there is more space inside the container, and it becomes easier to survive here. Meaning she had decided that she will have to live for her child at any cost, and she was trying to do so. Meanwhile, she gets a call from Nico on her phone. He tells her that he had already got out of the container somehow. Hearing this, Mian's heart starts beating again that Nico is alive. She tells him everything, that due to a storm in the sea, her container got separated from the ship, and right now, she is stuck in the middle of the sea. Nico says that I am also stuck at a place, but I promise that I will definitely come to you. Just take care of yourself for a while. I will come to save you and our child in any condition. Hearing this, Mian calms down a bit. After this, some time passes, and she drinks some bread and water, which were found here. But outside in the sea, the storm starts again, and in the meantime, Mia starts having labor pains. This means that the time for delivery has come, and now she will have to go through the most difficult time. The container was shaking due to the strong storm outside. But she does not give up, and after suffering a lot of pain, she gives birth to a daughter. Meanwhile, due to the storm, a lot of water had come inside the container. But she tries to keep herself and her child safe on a box and sleeps there. After this, she covers her daughter with some clothes, but now she was also running out of food, and it was necessary to do something very soon to stay alive. She was not able to understand what to do. Then her eyes fall on the drill machine. She thinks that if the roof of the container is cut, then maybe she can get some help by going outside. After this, she starts cutting the roof, but it was not so easy to cut the container with the help of just a drill. On top of that, her child was also crying. So first she calms the child by feeding her milk, and in this way, after several hours of continuous hard work, she makes some holes in the roof. Before it is completely separated, the drill machine stops and she gets tired due to hunger, and sits there. Now she was not able to understand how to separate this cut part. Then she tries to make a call from her old phone because the other phone was damaged by water, but the phone switches on, but it was not working. After this, she takes a knife and tries to separate that part, but eventually the knife also breaks. Now she feels very thirsty while feeding her daughter, but she had finished drinking water and had also eaten the last leftover food. Now she faints there due to hunger and thirst, and the whole night passes like this. The next day, it starts raining and water starts coming in through the holes. This way, she at least got drinking water, which she collects in a plastic container and quenches her thirst. After this, she gets an idea and starts pulling the cut part with full force, using a belt found there. Due to which the piece finally opens, and as soon as the sunlight falls on her face, she becomes so happy, as if she has got a new life. After this, she comes on top of the container with her daughter and feels the sun and open air after 7 days. Now she had more hope of getting help by coming out. Then as soon as she changes her daughter's clothes and throws it in the sea, fishes start gathering there. Seeing this, she gets an idea and tries to catch fish by making some kind of jugad. But after trying several times, she does not get anything in her hand, and on top of that, she was completely tired due to hunger. Then she sees an airplane passing above, so she quickly runs down and breaks the glass of the TV and comes up quickly so that she can give signal through the glass. But then her foot hits the container and gets hurt. Still, somehow, she gets up and tries to give signal through reflection. But by then, the airplane had gone very far. Now in this process, her leg got badly injured and was bleeding a lot. So first of all, to treat the wound, she cleans that place with alcohol and cleans it with a cloth. Then she takes out a thin wire from the broken TV and starts stitching her wound herself. During this, she suffers a lot, but she had no other option than doing this. Now, after taking some rest, she makes a net by joining some wires with which she can catch fish, and then in the morning she goes out and tries to catch fish. This time, a fish gets trapped in her net, which she eats raw due to hunger. After this, she catches some more fish and stores them in plastic boxes. Now, by eating food, her child was also getting milk, and somehow 2 more days pass by, surviving like this. But she does not lose hope. Her phone was not working, but the battery was still left. So she waits for Nico's call. Then that same night when she comes out of the container, Nico's last call comes. He apologizes and says that when I was trying to escape from the container, an officer shot me. I am lying wounded, and I don't know if I will survive or not, Mian tells crying. During this time, both of them cry a lot, and this moment is very emotional. After this, we see the scene of the next morning, where Mia decides that she has to save her daughter at any cost, because more than half of the container was filled with water, so she cannot stay here for long. Then she collects wood and starts making a boat by joining plastic boxes. Looking at the container, it seemed that it could sink in the water within tonight itself. But before the night comes, she prepares the boat and makes her daughter board it. But before leaving from here, she remembers that her elder daughter's photo and the chocolate given by Nico, which she had kept in a plastic box, is left in the container. She goes down again to get it, but while returning, her foot gets stuck in the belt, kept below. The container is also about to sink, so she tries to get out somehow, but her leg was still stuck. So with a lot of difficulty, she cuts the belt with a knife and leaves the container and comes up. But by then, Uma's boat had gone far away. When she does not find it, she starts crying. Meanwhile, a shark starts hovering around her, which scares Mian. But he does not do anything to Uma, and then hearing her crying voice, Mian quickly swims to her, and seeing his daughter safe, he breathes a sigh of relief. But this time, she ties a rope from the boat to her hand so that she does not get separated again. Now there was no strength left in her body, so she starts swimming like this, with the help of the waves. But she had seen a seabird in the morning. That means she is somewhere near the shore, and in this hope, she tries to stay alive with the help of the waves. In the same way, morning comes, and we see a family who were fishing in a boat. Then they see something floating in the distance where many seabirds were flying. Seeing this, they take the boat to that place, and they see a box. As soon as they bring it up, they find a little girl, seeing which they are shocked. They were not able to understand who could have left such a small girl in the sea. Then their eyes go to a rope attached to it. They start pulling the rope, and then they see Mian, who is drowning in an unconscious state. They quickly pull her up, but looking at her, it seems that she is dead. But still, they try to revive her by giving CPR, and within some time, Mian regains consciousness. He takes care of her, and as soon as Mian regains consciousness, he first looks for his daughter. Then he tells her that her daughter is safe and hands her over to Uma. After which Mian hugs his daughter, and in this way, after surviving for 10 days, Mian not only saved himself, but also his daughter. So friends, this story has once again proved that mother is not just a relationship, but a power that does not give up love even when standing between life and death. And mother's love is the biggest thing in life, in return for which she does not ask anything from her children. I hope you like this story very much, and if you've come to our channel for the first time, then like the video and subscribe to the channel.
I hope you liked this movie explained video. If you want to see more similar movie explained videos, then you can watch this video by clicking here. Now I go and see you in the next video.